This hangout is on the air live now. So I don't know how long it takes to stick around, but meanwhile on the chats, we've been talking about bat nibbles. So Batman and Jokers. Best Batman ever. Was George Clooney a Batman? I think he was. I think George Clooney was a Batman. I can go back. Let's how do we mute that? Yep, brilliant. This time we got a double round of sound, so that is fantastic. So I've got a few things to go through today. I thought I'd do another podcast. These are a bit sporadic, so maybe we'll do them fortnightly, 3 weeks, 2 weeks, X weeks plus 1. Yeah, we have sound. Yay! I'm glad you can hear it. Okay, so you want news or you want what Aaron's been up to lately? We definitely have sound. Let's do news. Let's do some news. I'm on various chat programs and my CPU is going bizarro crazy. All right. Okay, competitions. Fane's building competition is wrapping up. There is 1 round left. So if you want to make it into whatever criteria for the winner that Fane's going to work out, or I'll work out, or us ops will work out, or Magic 8 Ball will work out, you need to build, and you need to build in that final round and get an entry in, and then that way at the end of that we'll go through and you can win one of the cool prizes. There is a couple of plushies. There's a Creeper plushie, there's an Enderman plushie, a couple action figures and stuff, so you just get to choose one out of that box and I will ship it to you, so that'll be awesome. After that, probably the next competition is there's going to be a best photo, in-game photo competition after that. So generally build your own stuff or take some candid photo of you guys fighting each other or something. You'll be able to use renderers and cool stuff like that. And the one I'm going to run parallel to that is a share competition. So each time you share on a thing will be like an entry into that draw. But yeah, we'll start that after Fane's build competition. So that'll be probably the next podcast. I will have all the details worked out for that and how we're going to work out those 2 competitions running side by side. But looking forward to Fane's compo wrap up. There's some awesome builds. He's done a really great job of running that and come up with some really cool items. I'm terrible at making items. I'm kind of a terrible admin as well. So what's new? The new is creative server. So some of you already know about that, but share the word. We now have a creative server, if you didn't know. It runs the Plotme plugin, which at the moment allows you to have up to 3 plots, massive plots. I made them really, really big because they were tiny. The original ones were 32 by 32, and I was like, can't build anything in 32 and by 32. I applied the Fane build metric, which is basically how big would the smallest thing, awesome thing Fane would build, and it was about 160 blocks, so 10 chunks should give you heaps and heaps and heaps of space. There was a bug with it. I don't know if you can add people to your plot just yet to work in the creative server, so if that's still a bug, someone will let me know and I'll go fix that kind of thing. You can, what else? Survival. Okay, so survival, we had a situation on the weekend where people were killing each other, and previously expressed, I am not the best op. I sort of came on and I watched for about half an hour and I was like, I don't really know what's going on. The logs weren't working properly, so that's something I have to fix. So I have turned off PvP on the logs. There's no more PvP in survival. You guys keep killing each other and nicking each other's stuff, and it's driving us ops a little mad. So we're going to create another PvP arena. There's a PvP skyblock already, That's being worked on. It's only 4-player, but I'm going to add a 3 and a 2-player to that eventually. And I'm also going to add a PvP arena where you could probably have like item spawns and team points and cool stuff like that. But that's further down the track. FTB Infinity. I've enabled Biomes Aplenty. We've someone pointed out, hey, Biomes Aplenty isn't working properly, and the mod was enabled, but the seed wasn't set to it. So it's been a full map reset. Now there's Biomes Aplenty on it, and so that means really cool stuff like mushroom forests and what really cool wastelands and lava fields and everything I love about Biomes Aplenty. So go get the FTB launcher. I hope you've got a good PC to run it because it is hungry. It's got every mod in, well, not every mod, but it's got like 160 or 170 mods. Some of those are magic, some of those are machines, so you kind of just get to choose what you want to do. You probably keep you busy for 6 months just trying to build everything by yourself, or a couple of you will hammer through that. What else? What else is new? IRC, Internet Relay Chat. So I can show this. It's in the works, and I'm gonna switch on screen share. And you'll see some chat. So, oh, that's great. You can still hear me. So this is IRC. So if you get an IRC client, Pigeon will do it, and there's a few others. And you can just see the chat without actually being online and stuff. So the idea is we can, we need protection for FTB. Please, please, yes, we do. We really need protection, and I'll be onto that soon. Can I present? I don't know what present to everyone. Can you guys see the IRC chat? I'm not sure. I'm not sure you can see that, but I'll stop that anyway. Haha, I'm back. I saw it, but if you didn't. That's terribly out of focus. Is that better? That is. That better? Yeah, but terribly out of focus. I want to get a good GoPro. IRC allows us to, we're going to connect all servers together so you'll be able to chat with people. Even if you're not in Minecraft, you'll be able to chat, and we'll work out what programs you can install on your phones and stuff, so you'll be able to join in the chat and see what's going on. It'll have a couple different rooms. So that's, for those of you who know what that is, that's awesome. The address is irc.gamergeeks.nz, and you plug that into your chat program and it will stream out that. Those of you who don't, once I've figured out a few more bugs, I'll put up some instructions about how to access that on the website. But anyway, what's coming up? Pixelmon. Van the Man Jeans has been working on a Pixelmon launcher in Ticket, and I think it's getting fairly close. It's not really high on my list, but it's high on my want list. So it's low on the stuff we probably should be doing. It's really high on the stuff I want to be doing, and usually that stuff gets done first. For those who don't know what it is, it's Minecraft and it's Pokemon. So it's like, it's awesome. So I want to get that running. I'd like to get that up and running before school holidays, but I want to get the mods right, and Fane and that. We all need to test it. Dan and I and everyone needs to make that work. So that's coming up. I want to do a heap of work on the website. I want to get some more guides up there for like how the chat works, how the IRC chat works. Some of the commands and things and demos for like claiming chunks of land and grief protection and chatting and doing all those stuff. There's some stuff up there now, but I think it needs some work, maybe needs some videos. Just to make it, there's a heap of tools in there, and some of you guys just need to know how to use them, kind of thing, without having to dig through 30 wikis on 30 different websites. IRC improvements, there's some bugs in there at the moment from IRC chat. You can't message the server, so you can message me, you can message anyone in the IRC chat, but we can't message you. So it's, yeah, it's a little bit stalkerish at the moment. We'll get on to that. We need to get grief protection working in FTB Infinity. That's really high on the list. So it'll be website IRC. It'll be fixing stuff before we do Pixelmon. That's the order priority. 1.9. 1.9. We are watching live stream. Yeah, cool. 1.9 snapshots are coming out now. There is heaps of crazy cool stuff. It's the combat update, so there'll be lots of updates to combat. I haven't read about or seen any seed changes that will happen to the overworld, but there's lots of changes which will happen to the end. So if there's no seed changes happening to overworld, we'll keep the same world, but we will restart the end. Looks like lots of cool stuff at the end. And we'll probably reset the nether. I think it's a bit messed. We'll probably really restart it. If there are an overworld change, we'll look at that when we come to it. Changing from 1.8 to 1.9 is going to take a while because we need all the mods to update to 1.9. And some of them haven't been updated since 1.7 and they work fine. Others, what took so long last time was there was a massive legal issue to do with some source code somewhere. So that took a while. And we need those mods to work so we can do things like grief prediction and chat and stuff. And without those, it sort of becomes a really dangerous environment. If we have to restart the world because there's a massive seed change, we will set up a 1.9 server and we'll whitelist it so the trusted people we trust or have been on for a while can get in and have a play kind of thing, and then that will become the main survival world when those mods go. But that's all speculation. Really looking forward to some of the cool bows. I think we'll make some really cool maps. Wait for those to come out. Distant future, still thinking about Rust, but I saw Fishy showed me, I saw his survival ecosystem game called Eco Survival System Game. Look really cool. It's like Minecraft, but if try and look at Eco Survival on Kickstarter, and what it is when you chop down trees and build mines, it affects the ecology and it kills off animals and things like that. So it's a lot more, you got to look after this world. And there's a legal system where players can decide on the rules and laws and stuff like that. And that looks like a lot of fun, but probably miles away. Other news, Armageddon tickets came out. I haven't got it yet. I'm trying to make up my mind if I want a 1-day Saturday pass or a 3-day, 4-day pass, or I can actually just, I like going on Fridays. I just wag work and go on a Friday when there's hardly anyone there and everyone's really fresh and they want to talk to you and like, here's some free stuff. We haven't given any away yet. And so Fridays are awesome. Fridays are the best days to go to events. Plenty of parking, fresh people. But I imagine the biggest talking events will be on Saturday. I saw a game called Exploding Kittens. It looks like the oatmeal style game. I want to get it. I'm not sure if anyone out there has got Exploding Kittens, but it looks really cool. So share us some photos if you've got it and some thoughts on the Gamer Geek page, or share on the forums, or if you're in Auckland, I have thought about setting up a live stream and actually doing some board games and stuff. I think could be interesting. Yeah, so we'll think about that. Buy your stuff and then go to the next day to events. Yes, great advice from Genova. Armageddon, go the night before it opens, buy your stuff, then go the next day to the events. Because the last thing you want to do is spend the whole day being massively encumbered with gear. And the problem with being massively encumbered is you move slower and you don't crit as good. So that's pretty much all the news I can think of. I'm not sure what else is going on around Auckland. What's going on chat-wise? I'm watching various. I have 3 chat programs open at the moment. I'm not sure what happens in the googly chat. What I've been up to. Okay, I said I finished reading Game of Thrones, and I brought in a visual spoiler. I don't know if you can see it on the top of there, the little tabs. I should pick better colors. And each little tab is where generally someone dies. There are a few more tabs. I didn't put all of them in. It's a very bloody book. And reading through it, I'm sitting there going, what? You killed that guy, or you killed that lady, or you killed that. I mean, most of you watch this series, so you're well ahead on me on that. I'm going to start the second one, and I was going to borrow it from the library, but I kind of want to do the tabs thing again, and I want to see whether book 2 is as bloody as much. And then I don't know how you do it with watching the series, or whether I put a little tab at the bottom of my TV each time someone dies. It could be very big. I can't bring a TV in here, that's too big. I went and saw Ant-Man on Friday, and Ant-Man, it's a movie for ants, but awesome. Go see it. It is really good. But keep your expectations on par. Don't expect too much of it. But no, it is actually really good. It's probably, in terms of origin ones, it's the one I've most enjoyed in quite a while. It was a lot of fun. It had some wonderful, what do you call it, comic relief characters, which are so funny, and I'd like to see some more of those guys. I wasn't familiar with the Ant-Man comic books, but it looks like in the movie that it's kind of a move forward in the narrative that sort of. I'm gonna cry when I watch this. Ant-Man. It looks like they've sort of kept the canon from the comic books by moving the narrative forward and having different characters and stuff. It's a lot of fun. There is a part which is kind of reminds you of Zoolander if you're looking for it, where you kind of look at one of the buildings and go, "Is this a building for ants?" And I'm trying to think what that building's called. It's like the Zoolander. Was it the Zoolander Educational Trust for Kids Who Can't Read Good, or something like that? I'm segueing into Zoolander. If you haven't seen Zoolander, get it up. Ben Stiller's best movie ever, because it's just so. It's funny. It's actually funny for some bizarre reason. But yeah, Ant-Man was good. I enjoyed. My favorite one is still Avengers 2. I just like the bad guy. He was awesome. But yeah, go see Ant-Man. I'm not going to go see Fantastic Four. I've read the reviews, and it looks like a Fantastic Four out of 10. I wasn't that fussed with the original 2, and well, when I say original, I mean the middle 2, because apparently there was one released in the mid-90s. Then they released some about 10 years ago, and now they released another one, and yeah, not great, not great. So, what else have I been up to? I've been playing Ogame. So what I'll probably include in the podcast is just whatever I've been playing lately and that. So Ogame is a browser-based MMO. It's a tactical sort of planet fleet simulator. It runs in your browser. It's been around for 10 years, or 10, 15 years. And this is the 3rd time I've joined it in those 10 years. And I'm starting to get up there. So if there's any O-gamers, people who have played O-game or thinking about getting back in, message me and we can set up an alliance in one of the unis and get started again, or come join it. Google Ogame. Don't go to ogame.com. It's run by another different bunch of guys, but I wonder if I can bring it up. I'm not sure if the overlays work. I'll bring it up. Nah, we'll do a video. I don't bore you with that stuff. It's a fun little game. Give it a go. It takes a while to get built up. I'm playing in the Taurus universe. So there's about 30 different universes, and this is a speed universe. Yeah, Taurus universe. So if you played a game before and you're like, "Dang, it takes forever for things to happen," join the Taurus universe. Stuff happens faster. You get more res, ships move around faster, you do lots of damage. I'm giving it another go. I want to build 100 Death Stars and really upset some players because it's that kind of game. I don't want to turtle and sit there and collect rares. I want to cause some trouble, kind of thing. Let's have a look at the chat. Do you have any questions? Fire through some questions. I spawn Satayo every time. Fane saying I spawn in survival every time I log in for some reason. If you log into mc2.gamergeeks.nz or equivalent, it will put you in the survival world every time. If you log into MC1, Bungie should, air quotes, Bungie should remember where you are and place you back in that world where you were. Can't you do more player builds videos? Yes, absolutely. I'm going to do the next survival one will be October, but we might do a creative one before then because we've got a creative page and I want some shots for the creative page to showcase that. And then when those two have been done, we'll probably do a general, or I might do it before then because I have enough footage, do a general video which showcases all the stuff that's going on so people can go, hey, look, that's awesome, come join the server kind of thing. So yeah, I want to do more player builds vids. Those are awesome. I love those. I purchased some epic music for that. I do want to know what skin we should be using for the next one. If you got some skin ideas, chuck it in the forum. And that I don't want to keep using specs for everything because even though I really like specs, it's used for everything. It's the biggest texture pack, and it covers so many mods, which is why it's so wonderful. But because we're running vanilla, essentially mainly vanilla, we can choose whatever texture pack there is, and I'll like to alternate between futuristic ones and old ones and simple ones. So I think we've had, I think the first one we had was specs. The next one was a bit more old school, so probably the next one should be a bit more simplified or minimalistic. Yeah, we should just do a video for Fane's builds. Absolutely. Let's have a look. Oh, Willie saw the Ant-Man movie. Yeah, it was cool. It was really cool. I so enjoyed it. Bloody books these days. What's wrong with books? I don't read a lot. I went to university, I got my degree, and I decided after I haven't really read much. I read before I went to uni, I read most of Terry Pratchett's books. Up to that point, it's sort of, he writes about a book, he wrote a book about every 6 months, and so I read about 20 or 30 of those. Those are really easy reads. Those are worthwhile getting into. After that, I did read some of the Harry Potters. Really surprised. They are written really well. It's aimed kind of kid appropriate, but the writing's actually really good. I read The Magician, sense of theme. I read The Magician by Raymond E. Feist. That is an awesome book. If you like Game of Thrones, read that. What else have I read? I usually get the graphic novels of movies when they come out. So I went through The Watchmen, and I went through V for Vendetta, and they're so good. Absolutely worth getting. And I can get them in compendium, so I don't have to wait for them to all come out. I can watch the movie, and I can go through a graphic novel in about a couple of hours, very quickly. Game of Thrones took about 3 weeks, kind of thing. And I was on holiday during 2 of those weeks of that time, so I really smashed through that. So sure, people in creative mode. On creative mode, about my bloody. I can have a look through it. I quite like the IRC chat. It is quite cool. We can set up different things. Let's close that one down. Where is everybody chatting? So is everyone chatting on the server, a Minecraft server? Because I've got that on that screen. Or is everyone chatting on the stream chat, which I've got on that screen? And in the middle, I can see me and I can make my hand move. It's quite responsive. Let's have a look. I'm going to just refresh one of my screens. I think that's probably about it. I think if there's anything else I can think of before I rock on and fly back to the land of work. Did anyone get one of these? This is probably my favorite toy of the moment. Is my little man. That camera is so blurry. Little Adam West, classic Batman. Big fan of that. There's a stream chat. Yes, there is a stream chat, so you can chat in the stream or you can chat on the server. I'm watching both. I think this thing focuses better when you get close. Oh, you can see my wrinkles. The land of work, not a magical land. Yeah, the land of work is completely opposite. I'm actually a website developer by trade, so that's sort of what I do, which is part of the reason why I can pull all this stuff together, because I've built Linux servers and I've built websites for about 10 years now. So yeah, I have the knack, pretty much. All right, guys. If you got any questions or thoughts or ideas or stuff you want me to share, throw it in the comments somewhere on the chat or forums, and eventually I'll probably read it. Maybe. Yeah, yes, I will read it. I will read it. I assure you, I will definitely read it. So yeah, chuck it in chat. I'm going to sign off at this point. I think half an hour is probably long enough for a podcast. Unless there's a massive amount of changes or a huge calling for it, I'll probably see in about 2 weeks. On this forum, there is a loot crate due, what is it? It'll be next week. There'll be a loot crate next week. I've got a few more, what have I been playing? What's that? I've got a few more Minecraft videos to do. Mostly edited. I've got like 3 to do with Crash Landing, and probably we'll do about another 3 or 4 after that. I want to round that up really, really soon. But yeah. Goodbye. Click the stop broadcast button.